One of the most common spikes that comes up in my work with people who are suffering from relationship anxiety is the attraction spike. What if my partner isn't attractive enough? I'm not attracted to my partner. When she has that certain furrow in her brow, or the bags under her eyes, or her skin, or his nose, or he's not tall enough. It's all of these ways that we focus on the minutia, on these micro points of attraction that are designed to keep us separate from love. So all of the spikes around relationship anxiety are designed to keep us separate from love because love is a risk. So if we decide that this partner isn't attractive enough, it's a great excuse to walk away because everything in the culture tells us that you have to be attracted to your partner, and if you're not, it's a deal breaker. So it's a very convincing ego tactic that will convince you to leave unless you know better, unless you can call it out on the mat and say, that's my ego working overtime, trying to protect me from the risk of love. And it's hooking onto the attraction spike. It could hook into a variety of places. He's not social enough, she's not educated enough, he's not ambitious enough, but it often hooks into the attraction spike. So then it's important to decode what is the metaphor, what is the message embedded in that spike. And the first thing you need to know is that it has nothing to do with your partner. Fear distorts perception. You will literally see your partner differently depending on how much fear is clouding your vision. It's an extraordinary phenomena that human beings have, this thing called fear, and it's extraordinarily powerful that it can literally affect the way we see someone. Right? So when fear is clouding your vision, you will see through a certain set of eyes that tears down your partner bit by bit. In moments of clarity, you will see through a different set of eyes that will see essence, that will see the true definition of attraction, which is what drew you to your partner to begin with. Heart to heart, your partner's character, your partner's values, that place where you meet each other, that place that feels like home. So when you can name the spike for what it is, that's my attraction intrusive thought, you've taken the first step to separating out from it, to not buying into it quite so deeply. And then perhaps you'll be able to do the deeper work, which I outline in depth on my blog and in my course, my Break Free from Relationship Anxiety e-course, as far as deconstructing what is embedded in the attraction spike. So often it's a projection of your own sense of not enoughness, your own sense of, am I enough? Am I attractive enough? Quite often, especially when I'm working with men, what it comes down to, what we're able to rewind and backtrack back to as an original wound is the insecurity that arose during the teenage years, the adolescent years, around girls or around boys, whatever your preference may be. But that insecurity that said, I am not enough, I'm not attractive, in some way I'm being rejected. And then what the ego does is it creates this elaborate defense mechanism that projects it out onto the other person to say, you are not enough. But when we can reel that attraction spike back in, that projection back in, then we start to do the real work. Then we start to break free. Then we start to gather our gold. Then we start to learn about what real love actually is.